Ladies and gentlemen, fellow traders and investors, welcome to the program. Okay, we had a very interesting week. Here's the SPY representing the S&P 500 ETF, and this is the daily chart. As you can see here, at the end of last week, things were looking great. We had all new highs. Stocks dropped off heavy on Wednesday. Okay, looked like almost like a correction or a crash. But actually, it was just a nice pullback, buy the dip pullback. And today, we actually hit all-time highs in the S&P SPY, 496. So we're going to go ahead and put a label here, a line. 496 is all-time high. And we'll go ahead and color this red as potential resistance. So, and what we're going to be looking for, the high that it broke was right here at 479. We're going to go ahead and make this one green. What we're going to be looking for, ladies, we're going to be looking for this to become support. As you can see, it came up, not touched it, but it was resistance. Came down, up a second time, pushed it back down into this channel, this range here, and then tried a third time and broke through. Came back to test it, didn't even come close, and here we are today, all the way up here. Let's show you some intraday trading on that. Here's a 30-minute chart. Every candle represents 30 minutes. So you can see here we had some big drop-offs here on Wednesday. Let's zoom in on that for you. Then after hours, it started to creep up. Pre-market, it creeped up a little bit more. Then the business hours, boy, it really shot. Then after hours, it continued to go. So these, these are great swing trades, but the thing is, it's tough. Nobody knows what it's going to do pre-market or after hours, so that's interesting. So let's get into the QQQ real quick. Before we do that, I want to ask you real fast. I have a goal of 100 subscribers. If we can click that, smash that subscribe button. Smash the like button to help us get the channel out there. I'd really appreciate that. So if we can go ahead and support the channel, I'd like that a lot. Thank you very much. QQQ, here we go. Let's go to a daily chart. Yes, QQQ, look at that. Just all highs again today. So that was, again, nice pullback. Is this unbelievable or what? Look at this, high after high after high. It's just the markets are just ripping. So we'll put a mark there. You can see it came very close to making an all-time high here. Well, actually it did, but it double tested from last week. We're going to put this as red as support. And we're going to want the old high, well, we're going to want this to be green. So what we're going to have here now is, we're going to have resistance up here at 430, support at 413. If it can stay in that channel, then we could continue up higher. If not, we're going to have some levels we're going to have to look at here. Probably like 395. In fact, we'll draw that on here right now. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. So I would have to say, with this tip and that tip there, this is going to be this next range. It's going to have to hold if it drops below 413. So there you go. That's for the QQQ. I want to show you something here. Meta. Let's go to a 4-hour chart here. Meta has really took off like a rocket. Okay, earnings came out, which were really good, beat expectations. Its future outlook looked excellent, and it just went parabolic. So we're talking $390. Now today, the high of $485. Okay, so this thing went up over 20%. I mean, that's just remarkable. I mean, anybody who was trading earnings, boy, they got big winner here. So that was pretty incredible. Amazon, same deal. They finally broke through this price level here of 171, this resistance, which we had drawn here. Let's go to the daily chart, see where that come from. Yeah, that resistance came from way back in 2020. So there's the daily chart. They're going to have to do some work here. Go back to the 4-hour chart. NVIDIA, again, all-time highs today. Look at this. This is a slow grinder. In fact, today was a nice opportunity for some day trading with NVIDIA. That would probably have been my nice trade for the day because it was just going up. It was kind of a simple trade, you know, to anticipate. But it gave some nice profits. I mean, it opened up here at 639, a high of 666 and change. So we'll have to see what happens with that. AMD, they've been going up pretty nicely. Okay, they're grinding. Let's go back to a daily chart here. We need them to stay in this channel. Here's the old high of 161. Back on Wednesday, look how it bounced off 161. Okay, the old high now became support, which is why it's a green line. All-time high is 184. So it's marching back up. And let's see, what do we got here? Microsoft. On Wednesday, look at the volatility for this. They had earnings that came out. They did beat expectations, but look at this, how it had 415 and then went all the way down to 397, and now today's back to 411. So that's pretty interesting. Google, they had a drop off after earnings. Look at this. Okay, they slight beat on earnings, so they did beat expectations, but not much. But it's their future outlook that had them concerned. So you can see there's a big sell-off here for Google. So if we were to look at the big 7 side by side, who's holding up the stock market? The QQQ, at least, tech. Look at Apple. Huge takeoff today. 179 open today, closed at 185. So I wasn't paying attention to Apple, but that would have been a great day trade. We have Microsoft. Google's down. NVIDIA's up high. Meta's up high. And we got Amazon up pretty high, so that's why we got this QQQ and this buy, and these markets are just going. Tesla, by the way, let's take a look at that, guys. That's been getting hit pretty hard, but it is channeling at least. Oh, wrong one. What's this doing here? PSLA. Here we go. If you know, take a look at the daily chart here. Okay, they broke down and earnings were bad with their future outlook. I think we went over this last week. But anyway, it is holding this range, which is to the downside. Okay, we have these red channels here. In fact, let me put this on a weekly chart for you. Take a look. There you go. So see how it went up, down, and it's interesting how it bounces right off these support lines and technical analysis here. So that really ripped pretty nice. You know, one thing I wanted to go over real fast was Zillow. They had a really nice comeback. They were up. They were in this nice uptrend. These green channels here, and then it just broke out, fell below. Okay, and then we have some purple lines here. Support since 2017 is 33.40. Resistance since 2017 has always been 49.50, which would be the low end now of this green channel that we have made here. So Zillow came down and beautiful comeback. Okay, they do have earnings coming up, so maybe, you know, some could be part of the expectations for earnings. They're coming up there soon, and in fact, earnings date is 2/13. So they're back in this green channel of going up, a slight grind up. So I just wanted to point that out. That's been pretty nice. Other than that, that's about it. Oil, let's check Oxy. Oil actually had a big drop in price. WTI went down to $72.40 a barrel a couple days ago. And just for the record, the 10-year yield we have is 4.02. It's dropped a lot. But look, oh wow, how about that? This is the weekly chart. Look how this green line of support is so important. It's been I've drawn this line way back here a long time ago. let's go ahead and put this on a daily chart, 'cause that's a weekly chart. So yeah, oil there, when the oil started to shoot up, you can see it coming up here, went to $59. Now it's back down, coming back down towards 56. It's at 57. So that's about it. This market gives very slight pullbacks. A correction is due for sure. If the markets can continue higher, we need a correction. It's bullish to have a correction. So, or, pullbacks are nice. Buy the dip, sell the rip, but, you got to stay on top of these things. The numbers are coming out, but, they're kind of mixed. And we'll just have to see. I mean, I think, Wall Street, I'm not going to, well, who knows? But, there's anticipation of the rates coming down. The Fed's going to say they're going to hold off on March possibly now. Okay, so we'll have to see. A lot of this could be pre-priced in already. So that's AMD. So thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you next week.